The heart of the spray system is the material pump. I want to go into detail on this a little bit more. This is we call it a rain pump. It is a rubber-coated steel gear pump. We've talked a little bit about the grease ports on here and how to manage that part of it. The pump is a rebuildable pump. It's going to wear. We're running aggregates through the material. We want to be able to have high volume. We want to be able to reverse the material and control it, but with the least amount of pressure ripple. And that's what this pump does for us. But the pump has a center housing. The housing has a gasket and then a wear plate and then a gasket and an end cap on each side. So if you look in here, very hard to see, but you can see this is the body, this is part of the housing. And then there's a gasket in here, then we have this hardened steel wear plate, then a gasket, and then the end cap. So over time, this is going to wear, and we can take this pump apart, pull those end caps off, and replace the wear plates, or if it's mild, we can turn the wear plates over and use the other side, because they're identical on both sides. Most of the time, if we're going to tear it apart, probably good practice just to replace the wear plates with new wear plates. You don't want to be putting this thing in and out more than you have to, and you want to be up in production. So that's probably a good practice to do, but they are reversible, you can do it. When we take it out, we take off the 4 bolts underneath, we take off our discharge side, we loosen up the flange, the 4-bolt flange on the suction side, and then we can rotate this pump sideways and tilt it at an angle and pull it out. When we pull it out, this grease manifold comes with it, and because they're quick release, we can easily take them off there, leave this still bolted on, or just unbolt it, take that out of the way, and replace the end caps. The end of where the shafts come through, there are these rubber caps. We pop the rubber cap off, and you can see the ends of the shafts. And we can put just a basic bearing puller on there if we need to, if it's a little stiff, and just pull that end cap off and separate it from the shaft. So very simple to maintain. Again, the heart of the spray system is providing all of the flow and able to withstand the pressure we need when we're spraying. It can go up to 160 psi. We would never want to spray at that. We'd atomize the material too badly, and we'd have a horrible application. The typical spray application, the spray pressure, is going to be between 15 to 35, probably 35 is even on the high side, but 15 to 25 psi is very typical for spray. We want the material to come out of the bar just with enough pressure to create a good fan, put the material down, and lay nicely on the asphalt. If we get a lot of particle atomization coming up, you're way over pressurizing the material, and you're going to cause your pump to wear too fast. You're going to cause your other components in the system to wear faster. So we want to spray at the right pressure, nice pressure to give us the good fan, but not too much.